My name is Colby Perkins, and I chose Gil Hanse for my golf course architect. A little bit of background on him. Gil Hanse began his golf course design career in 1993 when he wanted to create a design firm built on the principle of taking a personal interest along with an attention to detail. This led him to create Hanse Golf Course Design. Hanse gained Jim Wagner as a business partner in 1995, and over the next few decades, Gil and his company designed multiple minimalist-style golf courses. The courses the company create are designed to appear simple whilst also being difficult in strategy. In the late 90s, he quickly became known as a top-performing specialist in restoration. Gil and his company have been restoring, renovating, and designing high-level golf courses worldwide ever since. Gil and his partner Jim were also selected to design the golf course for the 2016 Rio Olympics. So Gil has restored or renovated or designed over 50 golf courses worldwide, and some of the most notable properties he's worked on are the following: Olympic Golf Course in Rio, Castle Stewart Golf Links in Scotland, Streamsong Black Course in Florida, Boston Golf Club in Massachusetts, and Caprock Ranch in Valentine. And then I've actually been fortunate enough to play on two of Gil's courses. Having worked out at Caprock Ranch in Valentine, I was able to play Caprock almost every day. And then on top of that, next door was the Prairie Club, and Gil had designed their little par 3 horse course, so we got to go over and play that a couple times. It was a really interesting experience to kind of see the design and layout of each. So Hanse first gained his popularity in the early to mid-2000s whilst completing multiple projects such as the Wingfoot Golf Club in New York. However, his most popular work was done post-2010. His most influential era would have to be in the mid-2010s when he was completing the Olympic golf course. And one thing that I do find very appealing about his courses is his minimalist style. Caprock Ranch showcases this really well, and his ability to make a course appear simple whilst also being extremely difficult and having to require a lot of strategy to play well. And I was fortunate enough while I was there working maintenance to hear Gil explain some of his thoughts, just behind the course and behind the design. And Gil wanted players to have to think their way around the course and either take on a bunker for, a chance at a better shot, or play safe and just take a blind shot. And, that's where it comes into the strategizing on almost every single shot. So that's one thing I did find, kind of appealing about the course. And then on the inverse side of that, having worked out there, I got to play the course often, which meant I also got to talk with a lot of members, and the most reoccurring complaint about the course was just the amount of blind shots. On almost every single hole, if a player finds themselves on the safe side of the fairway, then their approach to the green is going to be blind. And on top of this, there's a handful of blind tee shots as well. And for someone who knows the course, well, it's not much of an issue, but for people who tend to play the course once a year, twice a year, it can be a bit frustrating of an obstacle to overcome, just not knowing where to go exactly and thinking you hit a good ball and ending up in the gunch. So that part's pretty unappealing, but given time, it kind of becomes a non-issue. And that concludes my presentation on Gil Hanse.